Hey YouTube, welcome to Alpha Finance, where we talk about all things money and how to win with money. So I want to kick off the channel with a sub-series that I call Money Talks. Money Talks is just me speaking informally about a financial topic that I think it may be useful for people to think about. So the financial topic that I wanted to cover today is the state of the American dream. What do you think of when you think of the American dream? I know what I think of. I think of that kind of picturesque 1960s, two parents standing outside of their house with two kids running around in the front yard. They're playing with the golden retriever or something like that, traditional kind of white picket fence stuff is what most people tend to think about. I think about what that family's financial picture may have looked like. Probably only one of them worked. If they both worked, there was a breadwinner, the other worked part-time. They could afford to buy a house. They could afford to have one or two kids. They could afford to have one or two cars in the driveway. And they could afford to potentially take 2 to 3 vacations per year. You don't need me to tell you that those are very different times than the time that we find ourselves currently in. I remember I was reading today an article in Yahoo Finance that was talking about how millennials have accumulated less wealth at this particular point in their lives compared to their parents at the same age, given the higher cost of living, the record levels of debt held by individuals, and the general economic condition that we found ourselves in over the last couple of years. It's not difficult to imagine why that might be. I know I've talked to people in my own life and elsewhere that most people live paycheck to paycheck. Most Americans do. And when I talk to these people about money, finance, there's always the same general theme. It's this general theme of fear. The fear that I won't be able to retire, or the fear that I won't be able to pay for some unexpected expense that always seems to come up, like a car repair or something like that. Or even the fear of investing, right? The fear that when they put their money in the stock market that they'll lose it all and they'll have less than what they do now. And I thought about this for a little while, about what the solution might be. And I came to the conclusion that the solution is, always has been, always will be, a proper money mindset and a proper financial education. The financial education that we did not receive when we were younger. The reason why I think this is the solution is because people tend to fear what they least understand. And so once you start to learn about money, you'll develop this financial baseline, this foundation. And then from there, you'll have more confidence in the things that you do, and it'll be easier for you to move forward out of whatever financial situation you find yourself in currently. This is the reason why I decided to make this channel, so that I can equip people with the knowledge, the skills, the tools, and the mindset that they need in order to pursue the task of wealth accumulation and wealth preservation, right? Those two things. Now all that sounds wonderful, right? But the world is not that. Admittedly, the world is a different place and it's changing. But I'm here to tell you that the version of the American dream that you aspire to have for yourself is still obtainable. Yes, the promise of prosperity is not what it used to be. But that's okay. The world's changed. That just means that we have to change along with the world in order to get the things that we want. Once we learn how to grow how to evolve and how to adapt in this new environment, we'll thrive in this current world and we'll get the things that we want. That's it. That's all I have, YouTube. Appreciate you hanging with me for a few minutes. If you've enjoyed the content so far, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. The next big financial topic that we're going to talk about is financial planning, how to write a financial plan, how to know where you're going and what you want. I'll see you in the next video.